we have had players test positive for COVID. We have 2 players that are asymptomatic. They aren't at the workouts because they tested positive. That's Will Smith and Tuki Toussaint. We had 2 other players that tested positive that are showing symptoms. Pete Kozma. I've talked to all these guys this morning. I talked to Will. He feels great. He's anxious to get back. It's just he's got to go through the protocols and the follow-up testing before we can get him here and get him on his program. Tuki also, we talked to him. He's another one that was asymptomatic, but he did test positive, so he'll go through it. Pete Kozma is in the Gwinnett group. He did have the fever and wasn't feeling too good, but he's said this morning that he's feeling better. Again, there's protocol that you go through before we can get him on the field. And the last one's Freddie Freeman. Freddie tested positive for the COVID. He has running the fever. I talked to him this morning. He's still not feeling great. So it'll be a while before we can get him back. And I think it's just one of these things that and we had meetings today with all the players, with all the groups. Because this is real. This is a real thing. And in talking to those players, I thought, when we talk to them, because they have to sign off on us bringing their names out. And I thought, for me, I think it's good in the industry and society to know that this is a real deal. This virus is real. It's nothing to mess with. And we have to do everything. And like I say, we talked to our players today. We had our doctors talk to them, the importance on wearing masks inside, social distancing. It's going to take a while. Yesterday there's times at the batting cage where guys come out and they congregate, but that's they do that. A lot of these things, they don't even realize they're doing them. So it's going to take a while for us to do that. I think the fact that, and I applaud Freddie and Will and all those guys for allowing me to say their names out here, that I think it's a good thing in our industry, and it shows other players that, just like the players that came out yesterday, that it shows this is real, this virus is real. I was surprised, honestly, with the number of tests, for all the tests that were done in baseball. I expected that to be more, and every day we're going to have to deal with this for the next 3 months, that it's going to be a daily thing. Like I say, we'll get the next batch of tests in tonight or tomorrow morning, and we'll have to adjust and adapt that. But I applaud those players for allowing me to stand here in front of you and put their names out there and to show that this is real, that it's something we have to be aware of, something that's serious if we're going to continue on and play our game. I did talk to Freddie last night, but today I talked to all of them this morning about this, because they do have to agree to not be, and it's like, if we put these guys on an IL and they haven't been on the field yet, I think you're going to be able to put 2 and 2 together. But I think it's important for these players that they do, that they are forthright. And I think it's good in our industry to know. I think it sobers everybody up, the fact that this is a real deal that we're fighting. But we can't. I think that everybody in our clubhouse is all very in on doing what they can to make sure that we stay healthy here. And everybody is, and we're not going to duck it all together, because it's not possible to do that. And even taking as great a care as we can, there's still going to be cases. It's just going to happen. And the thing, I think a big thing they have to realize is that contact part of it, that if you test positive, somebody that you're with is going to get shut down for a period of time, because they have to, the guys that you were close to have to be cleared also, which is, I guess, in a good thing. It was, Freddie never made it in, so we'll get him back eventually, and he'll be ready to go.